All right, special Rockstar Digital Foundry video. Let's get right into it. So Digital Foundry earlier today put out a video where they were reacting to the GTA 6 trailer 2. Now that trailer released the day before this recording, and the day before Digital Foundry's reaction video, where the whole internet was abuzz. I mean, I think it like within an hour it already had like 1 million likes or something like that. Crazy numbers. And people are still talking about this trailer. Well, a lot of people were waiting for Digital Foundry to make a reaction to the trailer to get their thoughts on what we were seeing, what does it mean for the full game release, all the other stuff. And they hit it and said video that, hey, look, this is all cutscenes, right? So we're not getting a full look at or a sufficient look at gameplay. But, you know, you can look at some of the technologies that they're going to attempt to use in it. We don't know how it's going to work in gameplay at all. Yada, yada, yada. Take this with a grain of salt. And in addition, they said, you know, this, for all intents and purposes, looked like a game that's going to be locked at 30 frames per second. All right. So I don't want to touch the 30 frames per second thing because I got a members video that covers that. So if you want to become a member, hit that join button, or you can join us on Patreon, or if you want to join us on Twitch and become a member, you'll get access to the content. Just make sure that you link your Discord access, and then check out our Discord because all the videos will pop up there as well. But so I already covered that in totality there. I don't want to repeat myself, but I just want to address the fact that Digital Foundry said that about what the footage was, and Rockstar had to come out and do a classic, their rendition of the classic Dave Chappelle STFU when he was imitating, or when he was playing the Black Bush skit. And they came out with a tweet and basically said, and I'm paraphrasing now, they said, that video that we created was equal parts cutscenes and equal parts gameplay. And it's the irony of releasing that statement right after they just let Digital Foundry come out and say what they were going to say, I think takes me back to something I've been warning you guys about for several months now. And we got to give flowers where they're due. Cold Blood first let you guys know this. And upon me seeing the pattern, I've been echoing the sentiment. For full transparency, when I first saw the trailer yesterday, I thought it was all cutscenes too. Me and Cold Blood had conversations offline about it. And we talked about it online as well. It's in our latest YouTube/Twitch video. But I'm not an expert. I'm far from a tech expert. I know a little bit of stuff here and there because I've been content creating for the last several years, but I'm far from a technical guru and a technical expert. You guys know a lot of times I defer to Cold Blood when we're trying to get into the weeds of the technicalities of things and rendering and polygons and compute units and all that stuff, right? So yeah, of course, me, the super novice that I am, seeing that and just believing, oh, there's no way this is gameplay, this is all cutscenes. Okay, that's understandable, and there's plenty of us that thought that way. But Digital Foundry, they're supposed to represent some professional establishment, right? Whose job is to educate us and give us knowledge on the technical know-hows behind these efforts. And for them to come out to that conclusion, it just tells me one thing. They didn't do the research. And that's symptomatic of Digital Foundry. They don't do their full research. Why didn't someone get on the phone with Rockstar and say, and ask, we're gonna, or just simply say, I'm assuming this is all cutscenes, right? For Rockstar to come out and let you know, no, this is partial cutscenes and partial gameplay, equal parts. If I was working at Digital Foundry, I definitely would have done something like that before I just spoke matter-of-factly about something like this. This is what I do. This is what my brand is about. It's about accuracy, or maybe it isn't. Because this leads to what I was telling you guys, or what I've been telling you, the pattern that Cold Blood saw first, and I end up seeing it as, eventually. Digital Foundry is only as good as when they get the product in their hands, the analysis they provide then. They're not good for giving you predictive analysis. They definitely are not good. And today was another example of giving you anything accurate about, or anything accurate that's substantially accurate about a trailer. It's one thing when they try to break down the Xbox Series and, fluff it up to seem like it's going to be more impactful than what it is. That's one thing. The other thing is, it's even worse when they try to rate these trailers. There's not enough in these trailers. There's not enough information for even Digital Foundry to be able to tell you what's going on. They consistently are wrong. They've been wrong about this. They were wrong about Hellblade 2. I mean, the list goes on and on. It's never substantial enough accuracy when it comes to them looking at these trailers. It's pure entertainment, but the problem is because of their expertise in being able to break down the numbers behind the performance of these games, when they talk matter-of-factly, you guys believe it. That's why everybody's running around the internet. Oh, well, Grand Theft Auto is going to be locked at 30. We don't know that. We don't know that. And I talk about, like I said, I don't want to speak twice and be a broken record. Check out my members video. But we check out that debate. We deep dive that debate all together. I'm not saying Digital Foundry's right or wrong or there. That's another discussion. But there's simply not enough information for them to know what's what. That's where that's where a professional establishment picks up the phone and calls Rockstar. And if Rockstar doesn't answer and you're like, well, this video is burning a hole in our pocket, we got to put it out there. At least say, hey, we reached out to Rockstar to confirm, but by all accounts, from what we can observe, this appears to be strictly, cutscenes. And if it's not cutscenes, we would like to know what isn't versus what is. Because if any of these is not cutscenes, it would be impressive, right? That would be the thing that professionals do. It's the reason why, and I'm not trying to pile on them. I'm just trying to help you guys navigate. I'm not trying to mess with their coin, regardless of what I say, because I know there's the defenders out there. Remember, I battled them for a whole week. It was fun clowning them and making fun of the Digital Foundry loyalists and apologists, but they're always going to feed Digital Foundry. They're going to keep the lights on and be well fed because of their apologists. I'm talking to you, Jane Schmo and John Schmo, the average gamer who's just looking at Digital Foundry not for some parasocial relationship, but to see what the heck is what. They are only good for when they get the product in their hand and they actually have something that they can analyze. When they're looking at when they're trying to prejudge how hardware is going to work, or when they look at these trailers, they are useless. Okay, from an informative perspective at all. Okay, all right. Hopefully that makes sense. We're going to talk about this more tomorrow. We got a podcast scheduled. Join us live, hndc.tv, or that's rather twitch.tv/HNDC hub. Join us there, and you'll get to skinny on that conversation. And we're going to do some gameplay as well. With that said, I appreciate everybody. Thank you guys so much. I recorded this on the fly, so I know it's not of the atypical quality, but I'm here at the place of business, and I had to say something about this and not wait a full day. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. But until next time, you guys have a wonderful gaming day. Peace.